Hello, welcome to Teaching and Work. I'm Flavia Diaz, and today we're doing a talent spotlight on our dear Pascale Lemaire. So Pascale mentioned that she loves baking, and today we're going to have the opportunity to learn one of the best recipes she has. Pascale, what are you teaching us today?
One of my favorite recipes is called a compost cookie. It's kind of a kitchen sink cookie. It's got everything but the kitchen sink in it. And it's one of my favorite recipes by master pastry chef Christina Tosi from Momofuku. One of my guilty pleasures is baking. My life is so crazy as a stylist that my Zen time is in the kitchen late at night baking, just in my own zone. So I've had my butter in here. Now I'm gonna start with my sugar to cream my butter and sugar together. And my mama's little mixer is a little rickety, but it's still working. You know, my mother passed away a few years ago, and that's another thing, that baking was something I did with her, and it's something close to my heart. So especially when I'm really stressed out, that's another reason why it really helps to calm me down, to bake and just forget about whatever sagas are going on. So that's another reason why I bake. So here we go with my brown sugar, like a Karo syrup if I can get it out of here. I know it's an odd thing. This Christina Tosi has some crazy stuff in this recipe, but it's delicious and it all works. So what's nice about it is you put all of your favorite things. So next I'm adding my eggs, sort of one at a time. Another guilty pleasure of mine, I'm obsessed with Top Chef. Tom Colicchio, if you're out there, come taste my cookies, you and Padma. My other secret ingredient, I'm originally from Haiti. I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. We have a very interesting vanilla. Our vanilla tastes like no other vanilla. So that's my other secret ingredient. So my next step is I'm going to add my flour. And you always want to lower so you don't have an explosion. Woo. I'm adding my flour a little at a time. This recipe also has oats and another crazy ingredient, which is coffee grinds. I'm gonna throw our little coffee grinds in here. And that's another, when people eat these cookies, they're like, what do I taste in here? It's so unusual. All kinds of secrets in here. So I've just added my oats in here. So this recipe calls for sweet things and then, believe it or not, salty things. Oh, and also milk powder, which is a little odd. I don't know what it does, but it works. So I'm not arguing with Christina Tosi. So for some of my sweet things, this is another secret ingredient. I make this sort of toffee crack. And it usually makes all these crumbs, but they're delicious. So rather than throw them away, I keep them in the refrigerator, and voila, you have magic, secret, sweet things. My boyfriend is obsessed with Lucky Charms, so for him, in honor of him, Lucky Charms. I know, irreverent, but it works. And really good chocolate. This is bittersweet. And I have a little more that I've got to chop up here. So really good, high cocoa fat is the best when it comes to chocolate. And you just want to give it a rough chop and then throw it in. There she blows. Nothing like really good bittersweet chocolate. And now my salty things. Her original recipe calls for pretzels. I'm not a big pretzel fan, so potato chips it is. And then I have pecans. And that's it. Now the magic begins. We're going to bake this off. Make sure everything has a good stir. I refrigerated these because the batter tends to be very soft. I like to use a mini scooper, that way the cookies are much more uniform in size. Allow these enough room to bake in a 350 oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, just until the edges are brown. Once they're out, don't touch them. Walk away and let them cool completely. Otherwise, disaster! Christina Toasty, eat your heart out.
This was our delicious talent spotlight of this week. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next week at THE Network.
Cookie Monster.